let's try this one last time.
No, really.
My name is Chris.
Yeah.
This is Cameron.
Yeah.
And we are the Unusual Couple Podcast.
Sometimes.
We are an unusual couple, you know.
We have a new setup if you didn't know. I already like it 10 times better because I don't have to hold anything with my hands.
I got mic arms.
Yes.
We're sitting further back in my room. One of Chris's many critiques in my room apparently is that it's too deep. Because if you know what Chris's setup looks like, and then you look at my setup, especially when I'm at my desk, like if I'm streaming or if I'm filming YouTube once every 6 months, my wall is very far behind me because my desk is on the opposite side of my room. Versus Chris, his desk is in like a little corner. So he's like, your room's too deep. The wall's too far behind us. And I'm like, that's a stupid critique.
It's only really when I film my YouTube videos here because it's so deep. Like,
did someone one time try and come at me and be like, you have the room of a 14-year-old girl?
It's funny because
I'm 23.
It's funny because my studio moves around depending on where I am. I have my set studio when I'm filming my videos in my normal home, but when I'm here, I have to film here.
Yeah.
And it does look like the room of a woman, but it's not.
No one else
deal.
films here, so you
but
might
who
as
cares,
well.
You know? So this is true.
I've had a Percy Jackson YouTube video filmed for like probably over a month. I need to edit it and post it.
I like being able to fiddle with this though. It's fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Sholo Mario Dueñas and Jacob Scott Thomas Bertrand's podcast.
Lone Lobos,
because we've been watching them, and I was like, you know what?
Cam got the inspiration to do mic arms. It looks way better, I think, and it's more relaxed. I don't have to hold up a mic, you know? Your arm gets tired, honestly.
Yeah, I think you get really tired by the end of podcasts. If you guys watch, I feel like sometimes you can tell.
No.
Yeah. Girls are better at hiding facial expressions. Yeah, huh? I'm not saying I don't get tired. I'm saying that boys struggle more with hiding facial expressions than girls do.
I guess.
Because here's the thing. Girls...
Actually, I disagree.
No. You're thinking girls make more facial expressions, which is true. I make more dramatic facial expressions than you, but 9 times out of 10, when I'm making that facial expression, it's because I want you to see it.
Okay.
If I don't want someone to know how I'm feeling, I can mask it very well. Unless it's like a really, really, really strong emotion for some reason. But like...
I just know you so well then, huh?
If I'm tired while we're filming something, you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
But boys, they're like little toddlers. They're like, I'm tired.
Oh, God.
I want to stop filming. Can we wrap the podcast up? Go on. We can use our hands now when we talk, though.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm going to put this here, actually. Actually, I'll need that later for something we're doing. But it's been since June 5th since we filmed, and it is June 30th the day we're recording this. So it's almost been a whole month.
We have excuses. Ready? I'll break it down for you right now. So the first week of June, not really the first week, technically the second week, the week of the 4th through whatever. I can't see that from that far away.
11th, it looks like.
Maybe. That week, we had a podcast episode come out, right? We did, on the 5th. Then the next Monday is the 12th, right? We were flying back from Dallas. We were in travel. The following week...
I'm going to interrupt you and say the way that you're going through this calendar is so bizarre to me.
What do you mean? I'm looking at the Mondays.
I would have said, so we had one drop the week of
the 5th. That's what I said.
And then I would, instead of going to the flying home from the trip, I would have said, by the way, that week we went to Dallas because
They already know that.
We flew back and we were tired.
We flew back on
Monday. And then that was
Monday.
a busy movie week. We got Indie and the new Pixar flick. So that was just busy.
Well, the Monday, at that point in time, we only released episodes on Monday. So that Monday had already passed. So anything else in that week is irrelevant.
2 weeks? Originally we did Wednesdays, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
There was no schedule. It's an unusual podcast.
Wait, actually, we could spin that in our favor. Actually,
yeah, we can. That's
when are
why
we releasing this? Are we releasing?
I don't know.
Should we just release it on Monday next week? Like, because it's Friday. Because here's the thing:
4th of July.
When we inevitably move in together, because right now we live in separate houses. When we inevitably move in together, filming this podcast will be a quadrillion times easier.
Pretty much everything in the world will be.
The thing that makes it difficult is that we're not always together during the week. Most of the times, Chris is at his house. I'm at my house. I rarely go out to his house because I just have more things here at my house that I need. He's more versatile in the ways of travel. Like, I can't really bring my paints over to his house if I'm going over there. I can, but it's just like a big hassle for no reason. So I rarely go out to his house. He comes out to my house like maybe on weekends. Sometimes he'll come out for like 4 days at a time. It just depends. But like, he's not always here. Contrary to popular belief, he's not always here. And so like, there's that aspect of it. And then also a lot of times our schedules just don't match up. There's sometimes just things that simply get in the way. We have busy weeks. It's whatever. And so when we do get to live together, filming this podcast will be so much easier because it can be any time of the day, any day of the week. And we were like, hey, let's go into our living room and film the podcast. Like, it's not going to be as hard when we live together. It's just a little bit difficult getting a schedule done while we're here. That being said, the reason I bring that up is because eventually, when we can get a solid schedule, I kind of like filming on Fridays. Maybe we can start doing that more.
We'll figure it out.
When we can get a set schedule and grow a good audience, we can open a Patreon for the podcast. Do early access to a podcast. This is what an unfiltered podcast does. You get early access to podcasts by a couple of days. So for that to happen, we would have to film the podcast not the day before the podcast drops, and then extra Patreon only episodes.
Yeah.
And those can be filmed whatever. Like, that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason I say that. When we inevitably live together, we'll get a better schedule, I swear.
Yes, it'll be a million. Not only that, life will just be easier in general, literally everything, in my opinion, but
yes.
Topic for another time. We did go to Fan Expo Dallas. We haven't talked about that since we've been on here. And
no, we have not.
How was your experience? There might be something in the background hinting at what happened.
I had a great time. Let's see. Let's break down the schedule. We got there on Thursday, right? We explored Dallas a little bit. We went to the Giant Eyeball. When we edit this podcast, can we put photos in?
Sure.
Is that a pain?
It's fine. It's fine.
We don't have to. I'll make a TikTok clip of it.
No, I'll do it. It's fine.
Well, we went to the Giant Eyeball. We went to a really good Mexican joint. And then we went to the JFK Museum.
We did.
That was so much fun. Got to see where he was shot. The museum was cool. And then the con.
Yeah, we met. I
have to burp.
The majority of it was just waiting in line. I mean, I'm not even like mad, but that is like
that's like the majority of cons.
If you want to meet people, it's waiting in line. We had to wait for Joseph Quinn to get a ticket to come back to wait in line to get his autograph.
Yeah, we got it was like it was an interesting system what they did for.
It was like attempt at Fast Pass, and it was, but it wasn't.
I think it was just a way to better manage the lines, because I just am imagining how crazy that line would get if people just lined up waiting for him to show up to the autograph table like normal people. But also I think it's specifically because you had to be able to redeem your ticket, because if they just had people line up willy-nilly, do you know how many people would be in that line not knowing they had to have a ticket pre-bought to get Joseph Quinn's autograph?
Yeah.
So it'd just be like either their time would be wasted, they'd get to the front and they'd be like, sorry, you can't get an autograph. And so like they're just causing the line to be longer and it's more of a hassle. I'm sure there's a reason behind the way that it was organized. We waited in line to get a ticket to get a Joseph Quinn autograph later that day. I think on Friday all I did was meet Joseph Quinn. I got a photo op with him.
Literally just stood in line for Joseph Quinn most of the day, and we met Paul Walter Hauser and we met Grace.
Oh yeah. Well, I got my photo up with Joseph Quinn. I blacked out because that was the first time I met him. Well, genuinely blacked out. Like I was like shaking when I left. It was fun though. Bit of a rush. We met Grace Van Dyne. She was really nice. We both have vlogs on our YouTube channels.
Yeah.
I actually posted. If we had a soundboard, audience gasps.
Yeah, literally.
Met Grace Van Dyne. She was really sweet. She was really nice. I said some nice things to her that I think she needed to hear at the moment, and she was really sweet. Us both doing this with our shirts the whole time because we were like, because you can see our torsos now. People who are only listening on audio are like, what's going on? We met Paul Walter Hauser. Do you want to talk about that one a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, it was neat to meet him. He is Stingray from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And
all right, we had a situation. So
I'm not actually mad at all. I want the world
it damn near ruined my day.
Which
I'm
it
so
shouldn't
serious.
have.
Because I felt so bad because it was supposed to be for your
It's fine.
vlog.
It's honestly fine.
And I felt like a failure.
Yeah, she was like being
I was supposed to
extremely hard on
film-
herself for some reason.
Well, it's also because something really cool happened that now is not
So we
on
met
video.
Paul Walter Hauser, and he attempted to FaceTime. He did.
He FaceTimed Sebastian Stan
but
for
Sebastian
me.
didn't answer.
Sebastian did not answer. A little rude, by the way, Sebastian.
He didn't
So-
answer a lot, I don't think. Like,
Yeah.
because he tried that with other people too.
one other person that we know of at least. But I was supposed to be filming and my camera didn't record at all. I did catch my reaction after we left the table though, because that's when I thought I hit unrecord, but I actually hit record. So you can hear me being like, I almost passed out. That's in my vlog. I don't know if you watch my vlog or not.
That's funny. I didn't watch your vlog. You didn't watch mine, so it's fine.
That's a lie.
You watched mine.
Yeah.
I know you so well. You're lying through your teeth right now.
No, I think I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to. We were together.
The thing is, though, is that we were together for everything you did. You weren't with me for everything I did. You haven't seen my interaction with Vincent D'Onofrio.
I did. Oh, no, I watched that. Yeah, I watched it. You sent it to me because I had to include part of it in mine, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Trying to expose me.
But you didn't see the part where you could hear our reaction after we met Paul.
I think you showed it to me.
See how much you
It's
missed?
fine. We were there. It was fun.
It was fun. And then...
We met John Bernthal and Charlie Cox the next day.
Yes. Oh, my God. We met Charlie.
It's crazy having met John Bernthal. Like, he was super cool. He was blasting music, though, so it was kind of hard to...
I don't know
on
why he
the
was doing that.
recording of the exchange, it was
Do you
hard
think
to...
he did
hear what he
that
said.
so that when people record him, they can barely hear him?
No, I just think that he likes music.
He was really cool. He was really nice to us. When he was like, where are you guys from? We were like, we're from Georgia. And he was like, where in Georgia? We were like, oh, like a little bit outside of Atlanta, because that's just like the average answer. If you ask anybody who lives in Georgia, unless they live in North Georgia or South Georgia, if they're anywhere in the middle of Georgia, they're like, oh, a little bit outside of Atlanta. Because no one's going to sit there and explain why, like where exactly they're from. So we were like, oh, a little bit outside of Atlanta. And he was like, no, like, where are you from? We were
so
like,
we told him where we were from, and then he was like, oh, dope, or something. Like, I don't think he actually knew.
For a second, I was like, why is he asking? Because no one ever asks after you say a little bit outside of Atlanta. But then I was like, oh, forgot that you were in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he is.
So he's
what is that?
been in Georgia.
What is that?
He like knows Georgia well, I guess. He was super cool. He put my Daredevil helmet on his kid.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil helmet right here.
Yep.
And then
possibly.
What?
I was making a joke about how you went like that, and you were like Daredevil right here.
No,
I was
pointing at the actual helmet.
I
that's
thought you were
behind us.
pointing for like the picture of the kid.
No, I'm pointing at the helmet
Yeah.
behind me.
The way you went right here, it was like, oh, that's a cue for a picture.
Nar. I see the vision though, but no.
Yep.
The helmet is actually behind us. And then we met Charlie Cox. Shout out to Chris's friend, also named Cameron.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
And shout out Jacob Starcourt Food Court. You all know him.
Shout out to Jacob.
Shout
out to Jacob for being
both
friends
of them
with
being
Cameron.
very cordial and awesome people. They're awesome.
Cameron, we had to get tickets for Charlie Cox for his autograph, like, just because I don't think they expected Charlie Cox to have as many people in their line, so there was a little unorganized.
Yeah.
But so my ticket was like $244. And I was like, and then Cameron's ticket was like number 30. So we were like, can we get in line with you? And he was like, yeah. So we all waited in line together. He saved us, I think, a little bit by letting us jump in line with him 100% because the line for Charlie was kind of out the wazoo ridiculous. But meeting him was so nice, and he's so cute, and
Yeah, so
I made him laugh.
it was cool. And then day 3, I barely even remember. I think, met Joseph Quinn again, got his autograph again.
I met Joseph Quinn every day.
And that's pretty much it.
I met
con.
Ashley Eckstein, and I met Matt Lanter.
This was about a month ago now, by the way. It feels like it. 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was a long...
3 weeks ago.
But also it feels like it literally just happened. Like, I feel like in some ways I'm still recovering
3 weeks ago, we flew out there.
from the travel, which is wild.
Really?
Sometimes. I don't know. My body's weird.
Not even remotely for me. Feels like a lifetime ago. Like, that's just how my mind has worked. Like, time moves so fast right now.
I feel like I've just been in a limbo ever since school because of how difficult it was for me to graduate. And so it's weird for me to feel like I'm not in that limbo anymore. So I feel like my entire life has been in a constant state of limbo. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean because you never experienced it, but do you get what I'm trying to explain to you?
Yeah, but yes and no, but I don't.
What? Speak to me.
Oh, nothing.
Speak.
No.
This is what a podcast is for. Speak to me.
Well, like, I feel like I've done a good job at structuring my days a little better than you, maybe.
Oh no, I don't even know how to do structure.
Yeah.
And
like
just
actually like not doing something because you do stuff.
I
don't know what you do sometimes.
I don't like planning.
Yeah, and I do, and I have like a lot of things in my life organized. So
You're also just really good at making content, I think. I, for some reason,
appreciate that.
feel like I can't do that.
Why?
I don't know. Good question.
Why?
I don't know.
What are we doing right now?
What would I talk about?
What are we doing right now?
Should I put all my efforts into the podcast?
You should definitely, yes. Yeah. You should. You said you were going to clip it, and then you made all these clips and you didn't post them.
I literally planned out all
Why
the
didn't
clips.
you just post them?
It's because I was traumatized from everything that my computer was going through with the last podcast.
This is why we have issues, because whenever one technological issue happens with you,
It's an issue.
it derails the track and everything goes to hell, and it's like, oh, I'm never doing this again.
No, it's not like that. It's just that I wanted to take a step back from dealing with the podcast for a little bit because that was so strenuous on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can still clip it. Like,
I know. I'm going to edit this. It's fine. And it'll go up.
and then I'm going to get the clips off your computer because your computer just works better than mine. For some reason, I deleted everything off of my MacBook and my computer was still like, sorry, you don't have enough storage to save this as a file. And I was like, what do you mean? There's nothing on my computer. I could factory reset my entire MacBook and it's to be like, sorry, you don't have enough storage.
Yeah, so can we move into the games now, because I want to have fun. I'm having fun talking, but we have some fun things lined up that I'd rather talk about right now. I know that wasn't a good segue for anyone, but
No,
I'm just done talking about the trip.
If we never started doing games on this podcast, I don't think we would be able to do it because I don't think you could talk for an hour.
Well, I could. It's just like I say this every time, and it's you and I are different. But like I made a whole in-depth vlog about Dallas. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, so did I.
I know. I'm not having unfun. I'm not having a bad time talking about it.
I didn't say you were.
It's fun. It's just like that was it. You know, it was fun, and now I don't know.
You don't want to talk about anything else that's on our little
Honestly, I don't
whiteboard?
want to. I really, truly, I don't want to talk about any of the other movies. Like, I'm serious. I don't want to talk about The Flash because it's a piece of shit. I don't want to talk about Pixar because it's mediocre, and I don't want to talk about Indie because I'm about to film a whole ass thing for it.
Okay.
But I would like to talk about what's coming. The future is what is exciting me right now.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Speak.
So we all know we're getting some big movies still this year,
Yeah.
and shows,
Yeah.
and games.
Yeah.
So we both present our most anticipated movie, show, and game for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I didn't plan for this.
It's okay.
I
I can answer for you. We'll do a summer movie and then a fall movie. So we get
Okay,
two
well, I
movies.
know those
We'll
for
start
me.
with that. I know. Can we guess each other's?
Oh God, sure. I'm gonna need
So-
like options for you, but you
Okay.
know mine.
So your most anticipated summer movie is Barbie,
Duh.
and your most anticipated fall movie is Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbird and
Duh.
Snakes. Okay. For me, it's a little tougher because
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer is my most anticipated for the rest of the.
Especially because you've already seen Mission Impossible,
There
so
it
that
is.
doesn't count.
Yep, I've already seen it. It was Mission Impossible.
Now it's Oppenheimer.
I've seen it early, out of theater action on my channel. But when it comes to Oppenheimer, it was one of my most anticipated coming into the year because I love Christopher Nolan movies. Now, yep, exactly. This is part of the problem right here.
I'm just
I know. I'm
kidding.
still pumped for Barbie. I'm just more excited for Oppenheimer.
He couldn't even think of the name.
Yep. I don't do talking anywhere else, so it's hard. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my most anticipated summer movie. Fall.
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I mean, I will shout.
Dune Part 2?
I was gonna say I'm gonna shout out Dune Part 2 because
He's changing his ways.
I'm literally no.
I didn't say you were changing. I'm not saying you're a phony. I'm saying you're seeing the light.
Here's the thing about Dune. Dune Part 2 looks like the movie I thought Dune was going to be. Dune Part 1 is massively overhyped to me. It's a fine movie. Dune Part 2 looks like a million times better, like incomparable, like in another stratosphere better. Like insanely better.
Statistics. Hey, statistics. Hey.
Is that something I'm supposed to
Oh,
understand?
Wonka.
Wonka, yeah, that could be it too.
Bro, everyone's sleeping on Wonka.
That's damn near a winter film. But
Winter,
we'll call it
fall.
fall. Summer,
Winter,
fall.
fall.
That's the two. When you're talking movies, that's kind of how we break it up. But yeah, that's the movies. So I guess we can go to TV show now, which I know mine, but it's already out and I haven't watched it yet.
The Bear season 10.
Yeah, because I love The Bear season 1. I watched it last summer. I rewatched season 1 and I haven't watched season 2. It's been out for like a week now, but yeah.
I have an answer.
For show?
Yeah. Nothing's confirmed. We don't know the date yet, but I think Netflix Portugal leaked it on accident and then deleted it. But apparently, Bridgerton season 3, December 14th.
Okay.
Apparently. I think December 14th, somewhere around there. Somewhere around December. If we get Bridgerton season 3 this year, I'll
That
pee
is
my
a
pants.
Thursday. It's weird that I know that off the top of my head, but Netflix started dropping their shows on Thursdays.
What is wrong with you?
I was looking at the college football bowl schedule, and December 16th is on a Saturday, and it's also the start of bowl season.
Oh.
So
Do I get you this year on our
Yes.
anniversary?
you're a fool.
Okay, just making sure.
You're a buffoon.
Apparently Bridgerton's, I mean, it would make sense. We got
It's kind of a wintry show.
we got photos.
Yeah.
It's really not. It depends.
I mean,
They could make it a winter. I don't know.
cozy up.
I don't know what they're going to do for this season. You don't know anything. You don't know anything
I
about
don't know
this.
a damn thing.
But
and right now I don't care, but I will soon.
you will see. Will soon, guys. But apparently,
No, I'm
they're the season that's coming up is Penelope and Colin. Do you follow?
I do.
Okay, and their book was ass. Straight up the worst book I've ever read. Maybe in my entire
Is
life.
that a hot take? Or are you just like?
I don't know.
I think people actually. I've
Well,
heard
here's
people
the thing.
like Colin.
There's people that like Colin, people that don't like Colin, people that like Penelope, people that don't like Penelope. I don't like Penelope. Sorry. Sorry. She did my girl Eloise dirty. However, I think books are all very subjective. Like, there's people that don't like Benedict's book. It depends on what kind of romance plot you like, I guess. Jenna really hates when in books there's like miscommunication, or in like media ever, like movies, TV shows, when there's miscommunication between two characters and you as the audience are like, oh, just talk to each other. But like that's the plot. It's the miscommunication between the two. And that's kind of a thing in Benedict's book. So Jenna didn't really like it all that much. I just think that Colin and Penelope are boring, at least specifically in their book. So their book was just boring to me. It was literally like, oh, we're old now. It's 10 years in the future, which is not what they're doing in the show. And it's like, oh, no one else is around. Let's fuck in a carriage. That happens. It's
Wow.
true.
Sounds
I-
like riveting TV.
But apparently they're changing the plot of their story from their book, which I look forward to. I didn't like Anthony in season 1 of Bridgerton. Looking at the
Just
time.
looking at myself
Oh, I thought you were looking
to
at the
see
time.
what we look like.
I didn't like Anthony in season 1 of Bridgerton, and then his season is season 2 of Bridgerton. Loved him in his season. So I think that's kind of the thing. And it's so funny because everybody already loves Benedict, so how are we going to love him even more in his season? I don't know. I think I might combust. I might explode. But Chris,
I really have nothing to say about that.
Chris is going to watch Bridgerton soon, you guys, because I have my surgery on July 6th, and whilst I am bedridden, he is going to comfort me by watching Bridgerton with me. Yay! So exciting. So yeah, my anticipated show shall be Bridgerton season 3, assuming it comes out this year. Hopefully it does. If not, what other shows come out this year that I would even care about?
I mean, I don't. Loki season 2 is for Marvel.
Is that this year?
October, yeah, and Echo is in November.
Oh shit.
I'll
Take Loki.
Star Wars, we get Ahsoka,
Oh, I am looking forward to Ahsoka.
and then television as a whole. I mean, Outer Banks, no. You know, Barry is over. Ty Lasso is over. There's
Stranger
always
Things,
there's
no.
yeah, no, hell no.
Percy Jackson, but
Cobra
that's
Kai
next
now,
year.
yeah. So pretty much nothing that, but something will pop up that I'll watch, or I could be forgetting about something.
There's something that will come up, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Bridgerton for you.
I guess so, yeah.
I hope he watches
By the
it
way,
and he
it just
loves
thundered.
it.
It's supposed to
Yeah, it's
thunderstorm. I
gonna
checked the
rain
weather before we
soon.
hit record. Yeah, we'll see if I love it or not.
And then game,
There's only one answer here.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2. And
He's the only one that can play it
I-
because he has the PS5.
I do shout out Cam for going through the strain of setting up the PC for me, or at least honestly it wasn't awful because I just need to order one little thing for it.
Yeah.
And
But
it really wasn't that bad in retrospect, was it? For you?
You're not allowed to speak. Because actually it was.
Okay.
When I was trying to figure out where to plug all your things into, it actually kind of was
I
a
know.
pain in my ass. I don't know how I managed to plug everything into his PC because he had to buy like the power supply for his PC, and then all these cords had to get plugged in, you guys, and I didn't know where to plug them in, and I was stressed. But I think I figured it out because everything seems
And
to
I
be
was just
working
kind of
fine.
sitting there like getting stressed because I wasn't doing anything. I was just there.
Which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Imagine you're stressed already, and then the person you're doing something for is like, "You're stressed? Well, then now I'm stressed. You're not doing anything. Relax. And now it's fine.
Is that what I sounded like?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all set up now, and the PS5 is running well, which I've had for a while, and I can stream it all, and I've been streaming Spider-Man PS4, which is what I call it, even though it's the PS5 remastered version.
Marvel's Spider-Man is the proper name for it.
Yep. Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man. Yep. Mm-hmm. People would say something like that. I played it to 100% completion in 2018, and I hadn't played it since then. I forgot how great it was. So I love it. It's a very immersive game. And
I made him put the TASM suit on.
Yeah, it looks clean. I'm gonna switch around suits. So like I'll do Raimi for a stream. I'll switch like each stream. I think. God,
No.
Yes, actually.
No.
Okay.
Best Spider-Man suit, right?
I won't tell you I'm streaming. You'll never know. And then
What is the best Spider-Man suit? What's the best Spider-Man suit, and what is your favorite Spider-Man suit? Are those two different answers? Because
What's the best Spider-Man suit? It's
Yeah.
the TASM 2 suit.
Okay.
What's my favorite? The Raimi suit.
Do you pick the TASM 2 suit over the ending of No Way Home suit? I do. And the
It's
only
tough.
reason why is because from what I've seen of the ending of the No Way Home suit, the fabric is like a little shiny. I'm not sure if I vibes with that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a better image of it. But I like
Well, don't worry, because we won't see the suit ever again.
probably.
That's how the
I
MCU
like the
is.
fabric
so.
of the TASM 2 suit. I think TASM 2 is the best suit. My favorite suit though is TASM 1, which I've learned is a rough take.
I like it.
I would obviously change the eye color, right? In the movie, it looks yellow. The eyes look yellow maybe twice. Other than that, you literally cannot tell that they're yellow.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I would change about that suit. I think everything else is just so cool. He looks so cool and good.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
See, he always yawns.
Yeah, so the Spider-Man 2 game I haven't played Miles Morales, but I will play that on stream as well because I'm back on Twitch stream right now. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing them collaborate again because they do collaborate in the first game. See them collaborate in Spider-Man 2. Symbiote's introduced. Kraven's in the picture. It's going to be a fun time. October 20th, I believe it comes out.
Very
I'll be streaming
exciting.
that.
I do not have the ability to stream it, but I will watch you play it.
Yeah, so that does it for a movie show game, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to get to the real
Yeah, baby.
meat of the...
We're going to do... So it's June. It's the end of June. It's the last week of June.
Yeah.
June. Ergo, it is halfway through 2023, which is wild, by the way.
Yeah.
That's crazy that we're halfway through 2023. Wasn't it just New Year's? That's actually kind of disgusting.
You think it's gross, right?
Disgusting that it's...
Yeah.
We're close to 2024. We are 6 months away from 2024, and we still don't have a Percy Jackson trailer. But, so, what we're going to do is, in spirit of kind of the TikTok filters that are going around, where you have to blind rank stuff, we've picked 10 movies that the other person has seen so far this year, so only movies from 2023. And we've put them in a specific order. We don't know the other person's order, so Chris is going to read out movies to me, and I'm going to have to blind rank them 1 through 10. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know what's on the list. He's put them in a strategic order to try and hoodwink me and trip me up and psych me out, and
Yep.
I've done the same for him.
Yep.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I have my notepad here.
I have my notepad here.
There's nothing on it but 10 blank slots for me to fill in as I go.
So you want me to read you movies first?
So you read me movies first, and then we have 1 through 10. You're going to read it in order. I have to rank them 1 through 10 like you just explained, just like the filter. And
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
You can picture little movie posters
Yeah.
over our heads if it tickles your fancy.
Let's see what
So
happens.
I've written mine in a specific order, and I have to read them to him in this order.
Yes.
So like if we get
Yes.
down the list and I'm like, no, I want to trip him up, I can't. I have to read them in this
Yeah.
order. All right.
Let's go.
Your first movie is
Okay.
Creed 3.
Ooh.
Say out loud where you're going to put it. Say your thought process.
Creed 3 is the worst Creed movie. It's like almost my least favorite Rocky franchise movie.
Oh, shit.
Really hot take. I'm going 8 for Creed 3. What?
Okay. You already went 8.
Okay.
You're just funny.
Well, no, here's the deal. Creed 3 really, really disappointed me, and I
Wow.
honestly, like, I could go without watching it. It's like 3 out of 5. It has great moments, but I did not like the end of that film. The fighting, they rushed the final fight. I have issues with it. So that's my number 8 is Creed 3.
Very interesting.
So she's the laugh is either she put shit movies on here or she put really
Well,
good ones.
I don't know. I think you should be fine.
Okay.
Number 2, Megan.
10. That's my least favorite movie of the year. Garbage movie. It's a softened, watered down wannabe Chucky that's PG-13. There's like one kill in the movie. All of it's off screen. It's unfunny. There's no charm. People are like, it's a cute, funny movie. I'm like, we must have watched something different.
Speaking of
It's
scary
no
movies,
charm.
though, do you want to tell them what we're planning on watching tonight?
Insidious.
This just doesn't matter.
Can you
to
tell that I'm alive right now?
Yeah.
This
is wild.
Well, no, it's just because I wanted to do this the whole time. We should have started with this.
I think the issue is that when I speak, you don't like to listen, so you get bored.
Oh God.
No, I'm serious. Let's unpack this real quick.
Okay, let's unpack this. I'll tell you why I was out of it for the first part of it.
You tell.
Because I didn't want to. I honestly, I've already talked about Fan Expo Dallas on like all my lives and everything for like
So you
and
can
my
only
content
you can
for
only
like
talk
a month.
about one thing.
Well, it's just like it felt like I was just talking about something I already talked about. This is something.
You weren't even talking. This is like a one-woman podcast with a guest star.
Please.
It's a one-woman podcast with a guest star.
And I do the editing for free.
I could do the editing on my big computer,
I'm
but
just
I don't.
kidding. All right.
For free. I
10.
pay for it. Don't you worry. I pay for it. Number 3.
What does that even mean?
I have to deal with you and your quirks.
Fine.
And that's valid.
Fine. You're valid.
Your next movie. No, the third movie.
So far at 8 is Creed 3, at 10 is Megan.
Yes.
Okay.
Scream 6.
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
I really like Scream 6. I think it was my second favorite Scream movie. And what I really appreciate about it is they subvert our expectations from the start with like the fake out of the Ghostface killers. Like we have what's his name? Tony Revolori. Remember?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be Ghostface
And the
then
pretty blonde girl.
Yeah, so Samara Weaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. There's
loaded
multiple
cast and yeah.
That means there's multiple Ghostface at a time.
Yeah,
in that
it's a
world.
smart movie and
I liked it.
I really, really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite Scream movies, so I go 4 with that.
All right. Next movie.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Number 1, baby. That's my favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
I don't know why you're smirking. That's easy, number 1. Did you
You're
put
just-
a movie from last
No,
year?
you're just interesting. I
put
just like
Top Gun on
watching.
it?
I just like watching you work.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Look, I think it's going to be hard to top because of the emotions the film elicits within me. I cry, I laugh, I can't help but pump my fists in the air in the one-take action scene. Guardians 3, right now, movie of the year. Yeah, easy number 1.
Okay.
Easy number 1.
Next,
Okay.
we have Air.
Air.
Tell me how I'm supposed to
Air's
breathe
an
with
interesting
no
one
air.
because I went and saw it at like one. Christ.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
I'm done. That's how I feel. When you sing all the time, all he does, you guys don't get it. You guys do not get it. If you watch him, if any of you watch his Twitch streams, you get it a little bit, but you get it like 2% of what I get 100% of the time. All he does is break out into songs. He is like a jukebox that you could rip out the battery and throw the jukebox in the ocean, and he will still be going.
This is true.
He's the Five Nights at Freddy's of jukeboxes,
I like
and
to
he's
sing a
just
lot.
constantly singing
Yeah.
anything that pops into his head. The damnedest of songs.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. He'll just
And
start
it'll be
singing.
a random part of the song, and then I'll go to
Anything.
another song. And yeah.
He does it when it's like
It's
quiet.
diseases.
He does it when it's quiet, and he does it at a loud pitch
Yep.
that just really rubs my ADHD ears the wrong way. So it makes me, it's not good.
Air.
Where are you putting Air?
Air is a movie that I watched at 1:50 in the afternoon, I think on a Thursday or Friday. I was dozing, but I really was entertained. Air is like a history lesson on Michael Jordan signing with Nike.
I'm
It's
aware.
got Bateman, Affleck, Damon. I'm going... I've seen some stinkers this year, so I know you're probably going to put some on there. I'm going 5 with Air.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's safe. That's a safe middle ground for me,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Super Mario Bros. The movie.
Okay. It's funny because I do like Creed 3 a little more than Super Mario Bros. Movie, but I can't, like, there's an empty slot for 9 that's reserved for some filth that I have seen this year. So I have to be real here. I'm going to go 7 with Super Mario Bros. Movie right above Creed 3 because if there's some crap movies on here, which I think there will be, so I'm putting Super Mario at 7. That movie's overhyped. It made $1 billion somehow.
What?
It's the only $1 billion movie this year. One of the highest grossing animated movies ever made. look, I love the Mario games and everything. This movie has no heart. It is literally Nintendo product placement, and that's it. It's like
The Super Mario
most
Bros.
unoriginal soundtrack, everything. It's just not good.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie is the epitome of humor that I hate, and I silently judge people that find that type of humor funny. Like, when I see people genuinely laughing to the Peaches song, I'm like, guys.
It's
Whether that makes
I
me
love Jack Black.
If it makes me a bitch, I don't care. I'm like, if that is your pinnacle of humor, we're different. We're just different, and we're never gonna get along.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Look, it has some moments to shine, but I forgot the entire movie. Like, it's super forgettable. But I would I guess on this list it goes over Creed 3. It pissed me off less than Creed 3. How about that?
Okay, that's fair.
Let's go.
The Little Mermaid.
Son of a gun. This is tough because I only have 1, 2,
Wild
3, 4.
uncharted
So I have 4
waters.
left.
Yeah.
It's definitely not 9.
Yeah. No, I'd
It's
kill you.
also like I have those 2. You could either do.
You don't know what I've got.
I don't know what she has. She possesses power. Here's my logic. I'm putting it at 6 because it's a 4 out of 5, and I know Air's also a 4 out of 5, so I would switch those 2. But Scream 6 I really like, so I'll put Little Mermaid at 6. It's one of my favorite Disney live action remakes. Personally, I really enjoy the film. Wild Uncharted Waters is a banger. So
Wild
I have 2, 3, and 9
Uncharted
left, and she probably put, if I had to guess, some of the worst movies I've seen this year. So
No, actually, I think you're gonna have a perfectly fine list. John Wick 4.
ooh.
That's why I laughed when you put Guardians at number 1.
Ooh. John Wick 4 is 2 for me.
Damn it, guys. He's going to get a good list. I'm so mad. I thought I was going to get him.
John Wick Chapter 4 is 2 for me. That movie is incredible. It has some of the coolest action sequences I've ever seen. I mean, I love
This
it.
just got boring for me. I know exactly where you're going to put these next to. This is
I
upsetting.
love John Wick 4. Love it.
Mission Impossible 7.
3.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, like, I have to rewatch both MI7 and John Wick 4 to decide which one I like more. Right now, they're really, like, I think I slightly prefer John Wick, but that will be taken care of when I watch MI7. I can, what's it called? I can get, like, it gets a little convoluted with some of the exposition, but I'll be able to pick up on all that. So the final one, Cam,
65.
65 goes
You
at
have a
9.
perfectly
That's a
fine
perfectly
list.
fine list. The only thing I would
You're
switch.
so boring.
So let me run down this list. Should I go bottom to top or top to bottom?
Bottom to top.
Okay, so number 10 for me, we got Megan, which is literally my least favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
65 above that movie's a little better than Megan, but it's also like terrible.
Dog shit.
Then we got Creed 3 and Super Mario Bros. Movie. At number 6 is Little Mermaid. 5, Air. 4, Scream 6. 3, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. 2, John Wick Chapter 4. 1, Guardians 3. That turned out nice.
Yeah, I fucking know it did.
That turned out really nice.
I know it did.
Where's my phone? Okay, so I have mine on my phone.
That was boring. I was hoping to get you.
I'm about
I was
to get
hoping you would fill out all of your bottoms and you would have like number 5 left and you would have to put 65 up there or something.
All right, I'm about to get you good, I think. This is going to be hard. I did it on purpose.
You're a whore.
All right, so here we go. These are 10 movies for Cam to blind rank.
Okay.
Number 1, Sharper. The Sebastian Stan Apple TV Plus film.
Put it at 6.
6.
Well, it depends. Did you go with really shitty movies after this or did you go with good ones?
6 out the gate.
It's either 5 or 6. It's
Wow.
5 or 6 on my
Wow.
ranking IRL.
Wow.
Don't be making those. You're trying to throw me off. He did the exact same thing when we watched Scream for the first time. He was like, you're not going to get it. You're never going to get it.
All right. Sharper at 6. Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania is next.
8.
8. Okay. 8 for Quantumania. So you're a hater?
I'm not a hater. I just like other movies more.
Okay.
Like how you had such these thorough explanations. You really thought about it. I'm just throwing them out there.
Number
This
3.
is so showing our type A and type B personalities.
Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Put it at 2.
Okay. 2. Valid. That movie is so good. It hasn't left my mind. Next, we got Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Oh Jesus. I'll put it at 7.
Okay. So you would take Shazam over Quantumania, or would?
It's hard to say. I don't really see myself ever watching any of them really again necessarily. I mean, obviously, if there's one that if I ever will rewatch, it would most likely be Quantumania because that would be for a rewatch for something that's coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How
Yeah.
you do with the MCU. But they're both very run-of-the-mill, middle tier, not in a derogatory way, but middle tier superhero movies. I like Shazam. I find it very funny. I love all the Shazam characters. But I'm not putting it at 9 or 10 because I know that Megan and 65 exist. I don't know if you have them, but I'll put it at 7.
All right, number 5, Scream 6.
I'll put it at 4.
Okay. Scream 6 is good. I need to rewatch that one. With the track, do they have a track for it? Pretty much it?
Yeah.
We haven't watched
Drive-through.
that track, have we?
I have.
You watched it?
I think so. I can't remember.
Damn
No,
shame.
actually, no, I haven't. I
Damn
haven't.
shame.
I have not.
Might
I
have
watched
to-
Scream 5, but not
We'll
Scream
have to
6.
do the Scream 6 track.
Okay.
All right, next, a recent one, No Hard Feelings.
That's why I left
Yeah.
my number 3 open, baby.
No Hard Feelings.
No Hard
is
Feelings.
Great. Mm-hmm. You might get a pretty good list here, Cam.
If you have my number 1 on here, which I really hope you do, because if not, then this is awkward.
Okay. Number 7, Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny.
Oh, darn. Okay, now I have to think. Okay, so I have my 1, my 5, my 9, and my 10 open.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I might have it a little bit easier than you just because I haven't seen as many movies as you have.
Okay.
You can't give me Transformers. Haven't seen it. Don't intend to. You can't give me...
Fast X is dog shit.
Haven't seen it. Don't intend to. You can't give me Mission Impossible 7
Or The
because
Flash.
you can't give me Mission Impossible 7 because I didn't go to
Yeah.
see that with you. You
Yep.
can't give me The Flash because haven't seen it. Don't intend to. You can give me Across. You can give me 65, and you can give me Megan. You can give me... I already said Across the Spider-Verse. You can give me
Pressure's on, Cam.
Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
You
You're
can
forgetting
give
one big one
me-
that I could give you.
What is it? Don't tell me.
I'm not going to tell you.
The Little Mermaid.
Maybe,
you give me
maybe
that too.
not. Yeah, I could.
Which I...
It's tough.
What are we on right now?
Number 7, Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny.
Okay. Because here's the thing. I have 1, 5, 9, and 10 open.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, I like. It's a good movie. I put it at 5 if I'm just going really fast. But here's the thing. If you give me Across the Spider-Verse, that goes at 1. And then if you give me Little Mermaid, I have to put that at 9 or 10. And I don't want to do that.
Make the call, Cam.
I don't want to put Indiana Jones at 9, though.
Well, you got to do depending on the filter. The pressure's on. Do what you got to do.
How many shitty movies did you give me?
You have to find out. There's 3 left after this. Look at what you've seen. You haven't seen that many shitty movies this year.
But here's the thing.
You have a good like.
I have.
pool.
There's 2 good movies that you could give me left.
Yeah.
Across and Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
There's 2 bad movies you can give me left. 65 and Megan. And then there's 1 middle tier movie you could give me, which you just did, Indiana Jones. I think that's about it of what I've seen.
Okay.
That only leaves 1 out. So if I put Indy at 5, that means that Little Mermaid could go at 9. If I put Indy at 9, Little Mermaid could go at 5. Across could go at 1. But if you don't give me Little Mermaid and Across, then 65 or Megan have to go at 5, and I...
Just do it. You know what you need to do.
I'm going to put Indy at 9.
I know what I have to do. I don't know how to strength.
I don't like putting Indy at 9. But I think I'm going to put Indy at 9.
Okay. Put Indy at 9. You're not hurting anyone's feelings.
I don't want to hurt my own feelings
You're
by
fine.
having to write 65 or Megan
It's a
right
game.
here.
It's okay.
I don't like it.
All right, you ready for number 8?
Now I'm going to count myself.
Megan.
That's 10.
Yeah, Megan's 10. So you have 2 left. And what slots do you have left?
1 and 5.
Number 9, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And number 10, they're just going in your 5 slot no matter what. No matter what. You really set yourself up for this one with your favorite actor of all time, The Little Mermaid.
Oh my God. You're so mean.
I really was teeing
I
up,
thought you were
Adam.
about to say
I was
65.
teeing up
I'm going to cry.
So in actuality, what would you
This is
switch
good.
about this list?
Nothing,
You would have
really.
Indy. I think I would.
Oh, I forgot that
You
Indy
would
was
have to
down
put
there.
Indy above the.
Well, let's look. I have... If you guys don't
'Cause
follow
to
me on
me-
Letterboxd, you really should.
You should.
This is my... should I read what my Letterboxd is first?
Honestly.
Okay, well, I'll start at the bottom. So
just
at
go
the
from
bottom,
bottom to top real
I have Megan on my list. I have Megan. Megan's also at the bottom of my 2023 movies. I knew Megan was hitting the number 10 spot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Then I have Indiana Jones at number 9. I would change that. He would not be there. I like that movie a lot. I like the movie more than Chris does, but that's just because I'm not as critical because the franchise is not my favorite franchise. Then at 8, I have Quantumania, and at 7, I have Shazam! Fury of the Gods on my list. Quantumania is only 1 slot above Shazam, so those are interchangeable. I don't really care. Number 6, I have Sharper, which I actually have on my list on Letterboxd above Indiana Jones. But I have a bit of a bias.
You don't
which
say.
is fine. Then we have Little Mermaid at number 5. My top 5 are exactly what they are on my Letterboxd. Little Mermaid at 5, Scream 6 at 4, No Hard Feelings at 3, Guardians at 2, and Across at 1. That
Love
is
to
the
see
exact
it.
same thing
That's
as
great.
it is on my Letterboxd. I think I slayed.
I think if I'm to look at your list, I would keep Megan at the bottom. I would go Indiana Jones, honestly.
I would just shift Indiana Jones to above Fury of the Gods. So Fury would be at 8
Yeah.
and Quantumania would be at 9.
Fair.
Guys, I think I slayed. We both slayed. We
both
did really
slayed,
good.
honestly, yeah. That's fun.
That was good.
Yeah, I like doing stuff like that.
Good work, team.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you have done if I'd given you Across the Spider-Verse? That's the last one. You had to put it at 9.
I mean, I would have been upset because it just wouldn't have been right. That's like in my top. That should have gone, yeah, like in the top 4 easy.
Wow. I'm so glad I didn't have to put Little Mermaid at 9. That would have made me
I really
upset.
teed you up, didn't I, for Adam Driver 65?
No, yeah. If you guys don't know, I don't really like Adam Driver all that much.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like him as a person. I'm sure he's great. I'm sure he's a grand old time. I'm sure he's fine to get along with. I just don't necessarily think his acting is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. I think he can be a talented actor, but I think he's more memeable than he is talented, which is an offsetting like fraction or whatever the proper term would be. Like, I think anything he's good in, he's more memed in it than he is good. So, like, I'm sure he's good. I haven't seen what's that movie?
Being
Married Life?
alive.
I haven't seen Married Life or whatever it's called.
Marriage Story.
Thank
You're
you.
thinking of the track from the Up
Thank
soundtrack.
you. I haven't seen A Marriage Story. I'm sure he's good in it. I've heard he's good in it, but also I've only ever seen him hitting a wall and
If you want to
eating
watch
soup.
a 2-hour, 15-minute movie about two people
I really
who
don't want to
get
at all.
divorced, then that's riveting stuff.
I've only ever seen him hitting a wall
Yeah.
and eating soup from that movie because he's more memeable than he is.
I mean, you honestly
Talented.
have a convincing case. I think he's a good actor, but yeah,
More!
convincing case, yeah.
I could show you
Fair.
the weights of the force. Like, his voice is just kind of goofy a little bit.
He's a goober.
That's why I don't want him to play what's his face?
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's another topic for another time, I think.
100% is. Yeah.
Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts on the episode or just everything?
Just everything.
I think that was a fun game, and I want to incorporate more fun games. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a little kid needing to be entertained at recess. or something.
He is. It's like doing a podcast with a toddler.
Yeah. That's why it's the unusual couple, baby. But no, I am looking forward to the month of July in terms of the Barbenheimer.
Dude, I'm so excited for Barbie.
I might order the Barbenheimer shirt. It's like Barbenheimer. There's like a nuclear cloud in the background, a mushroom cloud, but it's all pink on a white. And like, that's a cool shirt.
We'll see in terms of podcast episodes early July because I do have surgery on the 6th. It doesn't really inhibit my ability to
We'll
talk
see you
or
guys
anything.
in August.
No. we can film ahead if we want to. Like, we can plan it out and stuff, but I'll be bedridden by July 6th. Hopefully I'll be back up and at it again by July 15th though, because we do have a concert that we have to go to and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will be going to that concert.
Yeah.
It's Louis Tomlinson, for those of you wondering. And so maybe that week of July there might not be a podcast episode because I'll be post-surgery, all that jazz. I'll literally be on Percocets, pain medication. So I have to. I can't operate a moving vehicle. I'm nervous. It's my first ever surgery. I don't know what to expect.
I think it'll all turn out okay.
It should. I should be fine. But yeah. And then we've got Barbie and Oppenheimer next month. And Mission Impossible. Whenever that comes
I'll
out.
see that again for sure. I need to. It's a great film. Love
Great
it.
film.
Great film.
Great
But
film.
other than that, I'm going to let you do the outro. You're good at this stuff. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm good at outros
So-
too, but you're better at this one specifically.
That's our podcast episode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging with us while we figure out a schedule that works for us. Because like I said at the beginning, it is hard to coordinate our schedules all the time. That's why sometimes episodes just don't get out. Sometimes we have busy weeks. And sometimes, we're just not in the mood to talk. And that's okay. Prioritize your mental health over everything, I always say. We will see you guys whenever we see you next. Now that we have this new setup with the mic arms, though, I do think it's a bit more fun, a bit more tolerable to be filming this podcast. And I think we've got a good thing going. You guys can leave comments and suggestions on like games we could play or like things we could do that are a little more entertaining, like this blind ranking. We'd love to hear your ideas. Let us know what you guys think about us doing a Patreon, podcast merch, Who's to say?
All of those would come if we, became
when
consistent.
we become more efficient and
Check the facts against your list
What's-
and see consistency.
See?
I never spent
Stop.
a cent that
Stop.
wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent. That's fine.
Stop. More consistent is the word I was looking for. But yeah, that does it for this week's podcast episode. Love you guys. Make a hand heart with me.
Okay.
You have to reach.
There it is. You're not John Bernthal, so it doesn't count.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next time. And until then, stay unusual. Thank you.